Video, I just wanted to do a bit of a run through on how to make a floor plan using a Matterport scan. In this in particular, you can see that I'm going to be drawing it up using floorplanner.com. It's just nice and easy because you can add a background image and use that to scale. So on the left here we've got our test scan. It's only a really little unit, so all nice and easy. You can see we've got nice crisp lines. This was captured with the Matterport Pro 2, but if you're doing this with a 360 camera or Matterport Axis or anything like that, the process is the exact same. You just might not have such crisp lines, so your measurements might not be as accurate, just the same as if you got them from Matterport themselves. Now, one thing that's good to do is we can click on measurement mode, and we can click plus. You want to try and align each of these corners, and you can see you've got the red and blue lines there so that you can align it properly. Okay, so we've got all the measurements for that room. Essentially what you want to do is you want to go through and do that for all of the rooms. So we'll do that now. This would normally be a lot easier in full screen, but for the purposes of the video, I'm not doing it in full screen. See how it just doesn't quite click to where the corner is there? That's because the image isn't big enough because it's not full screen. So you will hopefully be doing it in full screen. Anyway, this gives you a close enough idea. You know, these walls are about 3.2 meters and these walls are 3.1 meters, so that's nice and easy. You know, there's going to be a wardrobe here for this bedroom because of all of the negative space. You can see a toilet there, you can see where all the walls are, you can see the bathroom, you can see a sink. Let's get rid of the measurement. So you can clearly see here you've got a sink. You can see that's a shower. You can see we have another sink here. That's because this also acts as the laundry. You've got the little laundry taps there. You've got your kitchen. You've got your kitchen sink. There's a back door here going out onto the patio and the backyard or courtyard. You've got the other bedroom here. You can see where the window is because it blends a little bit of light through or bleeds a little bit of light through. And this white space here is actually the mirror behind this bathroom sink. So that is actually where the wardrobe is for this bedroom. So for houses like this, it's important to actually click into the rooms as well so that you can see what's there. So pretty basic house. And I'll show you this bathroom as well. So you can see we've got a sink there, we've got the mirror there. There's the little Matterport 2, the shower. Okay, so we'll go back to our floor plan view. You can see we've got all the measurements there. Essentially what you want to do is take a screenshot of this. So on a Mac, that is Command-Shift-4, and you want to go to Upload Image. Now we're going to choose a file, desktop, that'll be the last screenshot there. We'll wait for Floorplanner to load that up. Now the first thing we're going to want to do once this loads up is we're going to want to scale this image. So you'll see here set scale of floor plan image. What's convenient as well is because we've already done the measurements, they're already here on this. Whereas if you didn't do that before, you would have to go through and do each measurement and then change windows and then come back here. So what we want to do is click here, and then we want to change the length to 493. And now that is to scale. So what we will do now is go to draw room. Here in Australia, the walls are about 9 centimeters thick because the timber's 7 centimeters thick, and then you've got about a centimeter of plaster on each side. And we just want to go through and draw all of our rooms. And now what you should see is that if you hover over here, the measurements are pretty bang on with the scan. If they're not, that is because I have drawn it wrong or measured it wrong or both. There we go, 3.22. But if you screenshot this and measure this with it in full screen, it will be significantly more accurate. So we're just going to go along and do the rest of these walls. We know that there's the wardrobe there. We know the toilet's there. And see how the black line is essentially taking up the perfect amount of space for where the wall is as well. So we're going to put that there because we know the wardrobe's there. We're going to do the kitchen. Now you'll see that this negative space here is thicker. That's because that's an external wall. So do it to the internal area, and then if you want, you can make specific walls thicker, as thick as you like. So you could do something like that and then just drag it out to suit. That's completely up to you. However, for my purposes, this is good enough. People just want to get the idea of the interior size of the rooms. Now there's no door here, so I'm just going to click there, then delete that little gap. And then we'll zoom in on the scan over here. You'll see that there's actually a gap here as well. So we'll do that same thing over here. Just a rough sort of idea for this tutorial purpose. And we better go through and put our last wall on. Okay, now without going through checking everything, it's, you know, pretty close. Once again, if I had have measured it in full screen and screenshot it full screen, that would be significantly more accurate. But even then, you can see that without going through and checking all of the measurements for the whole house, it is going to be pretty close. Now I'll just add a couple of little external areas because I know that they are there. So I know there's a little front porch area. Normally I'll put anything that you can walk through as a 2. And I know this is a solid brick wall, so I'll make that a 9 as well. So that gives you a bit of an idea. And then we will also do the same thing for out here. You've got the porch sort of area, 2 centimeters. Oop. Undo. Change this one, 2 centimeters. Change this one, 2 centimeters. And then the rest of it really is the same as you would do with any other floor plan. So you're going to want to go through and add doors. If you're not familiar with the floor planner system, I encourage you to try it out. It's pretty handy. So there we go, we've got a door, and I know the door is there and it faces that way, and then this door's there and it faces that way, and then we've got another door here and faces that way. You get the drill, but I'll go through and I'll do the majority of this floor plan just so that you can see the whole process. So we've got most of our doors. We need a back door still. Okay, that one there. Cool, cool. Now there's lots of different ways to do benches and ovens and sinks and all that sort of thing. Generally speaking, I will just do a room or a wall. So something like that. Then I'll make a split, and then you can drag that out to wherever the wall ends. And then normally I would change all of these to thickness of 2 as well, just so that it doesn't look like they're walls on the floor plan. So it really doesn't take very long. Now the purpose of me doing floor plans this way, using a Matterport scan, is actually because it's good to be able to upsell the Matterport scans as virtual tours. Whereas if I was going along with a pen and paper and a laser or tape measure or anything like that, or some people will just draw one up straight on their iPad or similar. There's no ability to upsell that again. You've got your floor plan and that's that. Whereas this way, I'm spending the same amount of time to take all of the measurements, but I actually end up with a virtual tour or a Matterport scan at the end of it, which I can then potentially upsell. So you'll just see me putting a few windows on here. Pretty straightforward. I'm not going to worry too much about the rest of the windows. Okay, some furniture. So I've got some favourites in here. Nope, they've disappeared. So we want to go kitchen. And I can't see it, so we'll go to the sink. And we want to change this to 2D, and we want to click over here. There we go. This is how I do most of my floor plans, just so that you can sort of see it in black and white, all nice and easy. Alright, we'll use that sink just as an example. And I'll just drop that somewhere in the bench there. Once again, you will find your own style and you will find your own bits and pieces that you like to put in. Some people won't like that. Some people would much prefer something like even this rectangular sink. There's lots and lots of options. And oven. Same thing again. You might just want to put hot plates there, and then you can resize all of this as well. Gives you a bit of an idea. Anyway, the purpose was just to show you how to actually draw up an accurate floor plan using a Matterport scan, and that's essentially how that works. If you need to, you can go into these rooms and then you can check the measurements in the rooms as well. So you would click onto the corner or as close to the corner as you can get, and then do the same thing over here. So you can see that's gone to about 3 meters. Over here we've got 307. Once again, that's due to me not doing it super accurate and having taking the screenshot from a small image and then measuring on the small image instead of doing it all full screen. You can see that if I just bring that in one little click, it goes to 302. That's 3 meters. That is more than accurate enough for me. You can also look through the virtual tour, see where there's doors, see that I've added the wrong door for the bathroom. So it's good for anything that you might have forgotten to write down or draw, and it gives you a bit of an idea as you go. Anyway, I hope this helps. Let me know if you've got any questions. Thanks.